Dear students, uh, today we are going to know about William Shakespeare, one of the greatest dramatists of the world, who is known for his tragedies, comedies, and sonnets. To know about his biography, he was born in Stratford-upon-Avon, England, as the son of John Shakespeare and Mary Arden. He is called the England's national poet and the Bard of Avon. Though Shakespeare lived in 16th century, he is remembered even till today and the most widely read poet and dramatist in the world. He was educated at King's New School in Stratford, that is grammar school, and he was baptized at Holy Trinity Church on 26 April 1564. At the age of 18, Shakespeare married Anne Hathaway, 8 years elder to him, and he had three children, Susanna, Judith, and Hamnet. And he fled the town for London to escape punishment for deer poaching in King's Forest. Later, he got involved in the Elizabethan theatre as an actor and dramatist. Finally, he became the shareholder in Lord Chamberlain's Men. The most influential writer in the world, Shakespeare, is known for 37 plays and 154 sonnets. He has captured the interests and imagination of the playgoers of that time. Shakespeare has become so famous as a dramatist because he is known for the in-depth study of complex human nature, which is evident in most of his plays. He won the hearts of the audience with his romantic themes in the poem and dramas. Even now also, his quotes have been most oftenly used in our conversation. He became so famous that he became part owner of the Globe Theatre, where most of his plays were performed. To know about some of his works, he has written comedies, tragedies, and historical plays. To list out some of the most famous comedies of Shakespeare, we have All Is Well That Ends Well, As You Like It, Comedy of Errors, Measure for Measure, A Midsummer Night's Dream, Taming of the Shrew, Much Ado About Nothing, Twelfth Night, Merchant of Venice. These are the most famous comedies of Shakespeare, which are read and performed even till today. To know about some of his greatest tragedies of all time are Julius Caesar, Hamlet, Macbeth, Othello, Romeo and Juliet, King Lear. These are the world's greatest tragedies, which have very conflict and complex themes, which most of us identify the tragic hero with ourselves. To list out some of the historical plays written by Shakespeare are Henry IV, Henry V, Henry VI, Richard II, Richard III, Edward III. To know about his sonnets, Shakespearean sonnet is quite different from Petrarchan sonnet, where in Petrarchan sonnet there are two parts, octave and sestet. The first 8 lines octave, and the second 6 lines is called sestet part. In the first part there is a problem, and in the second the poet finds a solution for that. But Shakespearean sonnet is different in the structure, where there are 3 quatrains of 4 lines and 1 couplet of 2 lines. Shakespeare's addressed all his sonnets to a fair youth, probably Shakespeare's patron, the Earl of Southampton, in the former section. And it is also said that Shakespeare addressed his sonnets to the Dark Lady in the later section. And most of the themes of Shakespearean sonnets are love and friendship. He has also written two longer poems, The Rape of the Lucrece. It's a long narrative poem about legendary noblewoman Lucretia. Another well known narrative poem by William Shakespeare is Venus and Adonis. It's a narrative poem which tells the story of Venus, the goddess of love. So, the characteristics of Shakespearean comedies are there is romance, there is realism, love is the most common theme of Shakespearean plays, lead role of heroines, as you find Rosalind in As You Like It, disguise, even in As You Like It, Rosalind and Celia are disguised as Canemia and Eliana. Mixture of tragicomic elements. This is the very feature of comedies. Humor is also there, and music and songs are also they also play very important role in Shakespearean comedies. To know about some of the important characteristics of Shakespearean tragedies, there is a tragic hero who meets his tragic end because of his tragic flaw, abnormal condition of the mind because of the complexity of human nature. Supernatural elements are used in tragedies. There is a moral conflict and dilemma which is always haunting in Shakespearean tragedies. And after watching or reading Shakespearean tragedies, there is a feeling of catharsis at the end. No poetic justice is provided in Shakespearean tragedies, where his tragedies are open ended, they make us think and act. He gives us a practical moral vision in his tragedies. Characteristics of Shakespearean historical plays are they reflect the spirit of the age, they reflect the spirit of patriotism and nationalism, they offer a view of contemporary society. They are very well liked in Elizabethan England as they were written in memory of his patrons. Works of imagination. Of course, some of his historical plays are works of imagination based very loosely on historical figures, not historically accurate. This is a brief introduction about William Shakespeare. Hope you have got to know about William Shakespeare, his greatest contribution to English literature in 16th century. You also came to know about his greatest plays of all time, comedies, tragedies, and historical plays. And you also got to know about his contribution to poetry, where he contributed with 154 sonnets and two longer narrative poems, The Rape of the Lucrece and Venus and Adonis. And you also got to know about the characteristics of Shakespearean plays. Thank you for your patient sharing. Thank you.